Hello, fellow pirates and everyone else. I'm PQ May, that's Pirate Queen May from Pirate Place Parodies, and...
I'm Bedlam from Pirate Place Parodies.
Welcome.
Hey, we're filming this because we need to talk to you, the viewer, and introduce ourselves, the actors. Because believe it or not, we don't wear those costumes all the time.
There's 3 things that we'd like to talk to you about today. Who we are, what we do, and the plans for the future. Who are we?
Who are we?
Who are we?
Well, good question, viewer. We're just a couple of fans of a lot of fighting games and different type of games. Like, 100% that's what it is. We grew up with a lot of the games that you see us parodying, so DMC was definitely huge for me. Metal Gear, Guilty Gear was huge for PQ May. I fell into a little later, but we love these franchises and we want to make sure there's content for it, because what's the one thing that we don't have is content. But to give you a background about myself, I grew up with a lot of the stuff that you see us parodying. I loved it as a kid. I grew up with role models being from video games, so you can imagine how that turned out. I'm ripped now. But in all actuality, like, I just wanted more content for the stuff I loved. So Street Fighter, Devil May Cry, Metal Gear, like anything I can reference. It's not in there yet, but there's stuff we want to do for, like, you know, Castlevania or, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom. We had people ask for that. I mean, I had older siblings and like they introduced me to the fighting games.
Yeah, for us, I think both of our older siblings introduced it to us.
I think growing up, a lot of people our age started getting into the anime side of things, right? Which is like, you know, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, like Bleach. While we were still playing games.
Yeah, I'm very much more game-oriented than anime-oriented. I'm not an anime person so much, but I love like Japanese video games so much.
The aesthetics there. Yeah,
and so that all carries over, but like, I don't think I ever cosplayed anime when I went to Anime Expo. I was always doing gaming stuff. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I don't think I remember you ever doing anime,
I think like at least more than half of the cosplays I've done have been like Guilty Gear stuff. And it's like, you're not running into other Guilty Gear cosplayers all the time. And then not until now, actually, not until like Strive is way more, like, the first time ever seeing like fellow, like, even like ladies out there cosplaying, I was like a May cosplayer, that you can, like, oh my god, it blows my mind that that's what happens today.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a thing that people do.
The world is way more, well. The world's way more connected now, and so I think it's easier to share interests. So even though I feel like we're late to the party slightly, I feel like we're not the youngest people, and we're not the hippest people, you know. But we finally have a camera, and so now
there's nothing you can do about it.
Now you all are forced to watch the weird things that we make and write. Yeah, I just really want to finally make skits about all these games that I've always liked, right? And they range from a lot of different things. Like, mostly I love the Capcom games. Like, for me, the arcade experience of playing like Marvel vs. Capcom 1 is like life-changing. Like, I remember being like 8 to 10 years old, always going to the arcade playing that same game over and over again. Like, and then, right? And then the
theme song always playing in the background.
Capcom 2 as well. Like, I was so terrible because like I'd always time out the matches but win. So like my dad would like be waiting in Barnes and Noble and be like, "Why are you still here? It's been 45 minutes playing MVC 2."
Gotta run out the clock.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Well, I had a pretty you know, hard-working team. I had like Servbot, Tronbot, and Mega Man. I want my cute little petite team, and we are gonna represent the cuteness and win the day. Right? So.
And that's kind of what led me to team up with PQ May here, because she had the similar interest and the drive to do something that she really likes.
Oh yeah, I have some examples of things I like. Mostly, we got Metal Gear in the back. Represent Metal Gear!
Yeah, that's right.
I got some Okami. I love Okami. Again, back to Capcom.
Oh, good dog.
best dog.
Best dog. Yeah. Good God.
Good God. I have so many art books. Yeah. We don't actually read. I look at pictures. So
right, which is
the fact that we can write scripts is amazing. Yeah. Actually.
So thank you.
Thank you. If you want something that looks questionable, but it's made.
But if you squint your eyes.
That's my specialty. Yeah. Yeah, it's a quick costume. Just like, let's get it done. Let's put it on, and we're weird people. That's who we are, right?
Yeah, right. So we
And
played that up.
we love video games and we love being silly. We're always honestly parroting family stuff. So then if I'm doing Ocelot and the boss, they're technically related. So it makes sense that they look the
It's
same.
kind of all loops together. It's very strange. None of this was planned.
None of it is planned.
No.
We don't mean to be weird people
Like-
on purpose. But when you look at
just
video
us.
games, all the storylines involve weird families.
Like the things we like specifically have a lot of weird family ties. It's like never straightforward. They love each
Yeah.
other, but they hate each other. Like
Yeah.
they're estranged, but they're always seeing each other somehow.
The Sparta family are weird.
Yeah, the Metal Gear franchise,
Metal
very
Gear family
strange.
is weird. Guilty Gear is weird.
Yeah,
It's just the two of us.
yeah.
So we'll take turns holding the camera. We're like co-directing, co-writing, and then I'm editing, once it's all done. And then we always try to get our filming done pretty much in 4 hours in a day.
Generally, if we
Once
can.
a week, yeah. So
One day out of the week we film.
Yeah, for 4 hours.
Maybe 2 days before that, we try to meet up, talk about the script, and come up with direction.
Yeah, you never know what the weather's going to be like.
Yeah,
filming
camera
it.
quality is like, before we got this one, we were working on a GoPro. Which,
Yes. Do you guys believe that everything up
On a
until this
GoPro.
point has been filmed
Yeah.
on a little GoPro?
So like, we're not filming cinematic.
God bless the GoPro.
Yeah, it works so well. Thank you.
So should we go back and do that one over again?
I would like to revisit
skinnier.
the she's getting ripped. I'd like to go and revisit the music video stuff.
Or Resident Evil stuff.
Oh, let's dive into that a
Dive
little
into
bit.
that. So if you don't see some of your characters come back, it's because
It doesn't perform well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We love Resident Evil. Super amazing franchise. There's so many angles to look at Resident Evil.
Yeah.
It just doesn't perform for us. You're pretty good.
Now let's cover what we do.
What do we do? Great question. Kind of an open-ended answer. We do a lot.
We do a lot.
From the filming.
Some of us do more than others.
Some of us do more than others. And I'll admittedly say, yes, I'm a little overworked. I need more time
He's
off.
overworked when he has to play two people sometimes. If you've ever seen deflated Dante, it's because
It's because I'm tired.
into Virgil.
Yeah, that voice
changes.
doesn't do itself,
Or doesn't.
It's hard. Sometimes it comes out. But yeah, some of us do more than others. Queen May does almost all the editing. All the editing, actually,
editing.
not almost.
I looked at a computer
Oh
once.
yeah, I look at it and I tell her no.
Yeah,
I point out and tell her what's wrong. That's my job.
I provided for him to review before I
Yeah.
post it. But
And then-
answering comments and editing the videos and all the
Costumes.
camera and costume preparation and makeup application.
Yeah, that's all her.
It's me!
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you better watch
if
out.
you have
I'm gonna come put makeup on you. You better watch out.
if you have anyone to thank for that
Put a
stuff,
costume on. You put that wig on now.
and please
Stop her.
don't stop the gratitude. We like all the technical stuff and like the background stuff is all PQ and it means a lot to me because that means I get to focus more on the acting side and the writing side of things.
Yeah.
And
So if I look like a mess, it's because I finally got all the cameras set up and everyone's wearing their costumes.
don't get me wrong, I help with the
And then
setup.
acting is the
side.
last thing on my mind. I am so sorry, everyone, but for comedy and parodies, I just do it with no practice.
If you ever catch her smiling in weird
That's
timing,
actually me doing.
that's just her default.
What? No, I'm enjoying the process.
Yeah, she wants to smile.
I just gotta show up and play the part.
Yeah, and I'm just happy to be here.
Take all the footage
Yeah.
and do all the real work. No, yeah, and I promise I can. I could probably act better if I thought about it, but like
I
that.
don't really want to try right now.
No, it's
You guys aren't worth
a lot.
No,
Oh
it's
my god, it's a lot. Just to get everything ready, equipment and costume wise, is kind of the forefront, just so that we can get to the place where we get it done.
yeah.
And that's why we're practicing with all these videos we're making, right? It's all in good.
It's all building up.
It's all building up for us to get better at this craft. We're getting better at writing, hopefully. Getting better at acting and a little bit of improv work.
No,
yeah, and then and now that we have kind of like base costumes to work from, we can work on improving the costumes we already have.
Yeah.
So they can evolve with us in the videos. So maybe one day you'll get that nice Virgil.
Maybe. Play your cards right, kid.
Say it in his voice.
Maybe you'll get my costume. But don't count on it.
But make sure you vote for Virgil for president.
You've got to vote for Virgil. Like, share, and subscribe.
And then he died.
But you got to earn it. You know, at the end of the day, Dante's way easier to do. So that's
unless he's sad and tired.
Unless I'm sad and tired.
Yeah.
But it's otherwise I'm high strung and ready to leave.
That's why it's so easy.
Virgil's oddly emotion-wise easier to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dante's like, oh shit, I'm
tired. Guy. You gotta put on.
I'm too tired to be nonchalant about everything. It leads into what the future of the channel is going to be.
The plans for the future.
What are they?
AKA plans for the summer.
Yeah. There's franchise we want to do, but then there's events that we should do and we're looking forward to. So Evo, Anime Expo.
For sure, we will be at Evo. So
yes,
please
100%.
Find us. Whatever we're dressed as. You can probably guess what we're going to be.
Probably, but not really.
If you guess correctly, you get brownie points.
Yeah, so. Well, I want to do the character as best as I can. So.
Okay, then do Virgil better.
So I can't, unfortunately, I can't be whiter. So
we've tried the white face.
We've tried the white face Virgil, and it's funny, but it's taxing on the social credit.
I
can't walk outside with white face now.
We've done it.
We've done it.
No.
Well, it's a lie. No, lie. We made it up. The plan for the channel is always going to be improving, but a part of improving is knowing what to improve on. So that's why we were making this video. It's different from everything else. We wanted to introduce ourselves, but we wanted to get an idea of okay, what do you guys actually really enjoy watching? Is it the DMC stuff with Virgil, Dante, Lady? Or is it, did you like the Street Fighter stuff that we started out with? No? Okay. Guess we're doing this all the time. Okay, do we do this type of comedy or should we do stuff where it's just us?
Yes. Are you okay with seeing us without a wig?
Yeah, is that okay?
Is that okay?
Are we accepted or should we put the face on again? Mask back on?
Yeah, do that. Put on the wig and the voice.
Yeah, listen, if that's, just let us know though.
Yeah.
Because all we want to know is okay, where do we focus our energy? Because if we're always, granted, we always want to try something new, but we have to invest our energy in things that we know will pay off. So we're asking okay, what do you guys really like?
Yeah.
Do you like the improv stuff where it's the bloopers stuff where we throw at the end of a video? Do you guys really like seeing that? Do you want to see us just kind of be ourselves as those characters?
Yeah, there's being the characters fully invested, right?
Yeah.
And there's being a parody of those characters.
Yeah.
And then there's half in character, half out of character.
Right.
For the us throwing the football one,
thing,
where I was that was generally me asking, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me? I was who are you asking as you?
And I wanted to be as ambiguous as possible with it.
And so that was general bewilderment.
Yeah.
So there's also that gray area of we're half characters, half ourselves.
Yeah.
And then that's actually the next step. There's us just being ourselves, but in costume. So if we were to go to events, that's kind of what we found that we have to be, is that we have to be personable. You kind of need to be real, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be out of character to talk to people sometimes, right?
Yeah.
If we're Sin and Dizzy, we're not actually Sin and Dizzy.
What?
What? You're not?
I tried so hard.
No, we sometimes do improv skits with people we meet.
Yeah.
We can do
to varying degrees of success.
But do you want us to be able to talk to the camera and tell you about how we, as humans, as people, are enjoying the event or
right.
That we're going to? So for the Evo content, we're asking you: do you want us to stay in character? Do you just want to see what we're seeing, or do you want us to walk you through it?
Yeah, a vlog kind of thing.
Yeah, we can do a vlog thing, and so that's what you need to tell us, is how you want to experience Evo with us. That this is going to be our experiment.
Yes, this is an open experiment. Yes, we understand. It is our channel. We could technically do whatever we want, but we're asking you guys because, like, oh man, you guys have supported the channel since we started, and like we like doing this with people who enjoy it. Like, welcome back to our makeshift set. This is Bedlam with PQ May. We're back on air. Back to you. In local news,
I've been watching like mice along the walls.
We work in a rat-infested home, guys. We need your support.
Okay, actually, the main question is: do you guys also appreciate any longer content? Do you want to see the behind-the-scenes us filming? Do you want to see us in the writing room, us writing? Because honestly, that's pretty unhinged, honestly. So if you want to hear us and see us do our writing,
the bickering that goes on,
so much bickering,
the pouting.
Pouting?
See, look at that.
Clenching?
The clenching.
My cheeks are hurting.
Which ones?
Which ones? In
conclusion, thank you for subscribing. We hope to see you more. And we're going to do a lot more of this stuff. So just comment down below. No, wrong hands. That's totally wrong.
Little tears are coming down. Hello, fellow pirates and everyone else. We are Pirate Place Parodies. I'm Pirate Queen May.
And I'm Bedlam.
And we're here to talk to you about some very important issues. We'd like to address you, the viewer, about your overdue library books. All the people who owe us, who haven't returned their books. We'd like to name them right now.
Yep.
Kaizoku, you haven't returned a book about sailing mishaps in the 1700s.
Yeah.
Logan.
50 Shades of Grey cannot be out that long.
Yeah.
We're getting concerned.
At this point, I think we're going to charge you for the book.
We probably don't want it back, to be honest.
Yeah, we don't know what you've done to the book. Johnny D.
Yeah, well, you know what you did.
You know what you did.
Yeah. So get that back to us, though.
We're going to let you get away with it this time.
Yeah.
Lycanthony.
Oh, yep. You know what?
Repeat offender.
Yeah. Please, you got to remember to finish Call of the Wild. It wasn't a hard book. We did it in middle school, okay?
Fentonist.
You know what? Stop sneaking it in to other drugs, Fentonist, okay?
No.
Fentanyl. Fentonist.
Fentonist, you have to return that book that was about the Virtuous Mission.
Yeah, the one
It is a real historical fact that the Virtuous Mission was real.
Yeah.
But we weren't able to reference it for our video.
Because you had
the book.
Speaking of American history, Cuphead and Mugman, the Bible. You've checked out the Bible, and like we know it's a big book, but you should probably get someone to help you out with it.
Yeah, we have a copier on site.
Yeah.
So if you need to copy some verses, feel free to use our copy machine for the low dosage of 10 cents.
Dosage?
You never
Emerald Diamond?
Emerald Diamond.
We need back that copy of Muscle Mags, okay? You've had it for too long.
Yeah.
How do you think I do my references?
Yeah.
So please just check it back into us.
Please return the magazine.
Improve the quality.
Machine Dragon Nero. I know you love poetry, but you've actually rented all of our Shakespeare and all of our William Blake.
Yeah, and we know you're not going through it all. It's cool to show off, but listen.
You can't rent the whole library and then say it's your collection.
Fill your bookcase with your own stuff.
With your own books, yeah. Emmet?
Oh, listen, I know we borrowed some of that Guilty Gear stuff from you earlier, but we need our Dark Souls reference book back, okay?
Use your DK7.
Oh, the Nintendo Power issue that you borrowed in 1997. It's long overdue. You're in debt now.
Yeah.
So collection agent, don't even worry about it. The collection agency will contact you.
You'll get a call from the collection agency, you might get a UPS delivered, the official summons. So please expect that, okay? If you see the UPS
we have the summoning circle over there.
Our UPS summoning circle. We don't like to use it too often because it gets a little pricey on the budget. You see the costumes, we can't afford
That's actually UPS where most of the budget is going.
And costumes. Corey,
Boys Life magazine. You can't keep doing this, man. Like,
you know what? He actually returns it and then checks it out again.
But there's pages.
He's getting away with it. He's stealing a page.
Yeah.
Every time
He's
borrows
making his
the
own.
book.
Yeah, you can't make your own book out of the ripped pages. Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't top 10. Okay, go ahead.
And Jeremy.
Jeremy, listen, the Gerber Life setup plan.
Yeah.
We need that info back.
Yeah.
A lot of people are trying to have babies. You're not the only one. So take a picture, send it back.
Error.
Oh, error.
Error.
Yes,
Yeah.
error. You know the one. The one.
What's missing?
The one with the.
The interior design for vampires.
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, you're the only one who's been borrowing the book, so we're on the verge of complaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not quite there yet.
Not quite there
we're
yet.
edging.
Yeah, we don't want you to get in trouble.
Unrelated,
here.
we're edging. But
But please return the
get that
interior
back.
design for vampires.
You're pretty good.
I also want to do some musical renditions. So.
Yeah, throw that in. By the way, I was just. Okay.